Hey everybody, nice to see y'all. Okay, yeah. Okay, what I want to do is I want to get you updated on some things up to speed about certain things. Oh, I should hold on. Don't worry, if you go on YouTube, half this will be erased. Okay, um, let's refresh on something here. Okay, for the model, okay, okay, this was the original thing for the Firebird. This was originally supposed to be put in the Donna Reds, but that was thrown out by accident. So, okay, so right now, this is just old hat now. This is no longer going to be used anymore. At least this style. You see, okay, the new style is this right here. Okay, this is the new one. It's compare the size. The terminal blocks on this is smaller, and the PC board, I should say, is small. So that's good. I like that idea, and I designed this. But however, I think I missed one here. There are going to be two of them being built, and the other one right here, and this is the other one. And yes, like I showed you before on the other one, you probably saw it. Yeah, there's something wrong with it. Let me see, let me turn this way around here. This way. Maybe you can see it this way. This is built upside down. One of these two are built upside down. Don't know which one it was, but however, everything's put in the place where they're supposed to be. This one, I put the socket backwards by accident. So what I did is I marked this black on this side, making sure that all the chips are facing this, the notch is facing on this side only. The notch on the socket is facing on here, but I had to put it this way on with the chip because this is how I want it to be, or it needs to be, at least on my part. Okay. I think I showed you this. I'm going to show you it again. This has finally been built and it's complete. Both of them are. Just about almost. All they gotta do is put, let me see where that at. Okay, right here. Right here. We see where that circle is, where my finger is. I have to connect that onto another hole which is diagonal from it. I have to put a little small wire to that in order to do a so-called reset. And that will make it do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so now I'm happy to show you these. These are the covers. I will go on the wooden part, and as you can see, it looks nice. And this is the slit here for the bridge or the conning tower. This is where it's going to be placed. And on their wings, the rudder part, same thing with this. And yeah, this is made from a decal, custom made. First of all, the design of it is actually one of those royalty-free things. and I just had my brother-in-law enhance it just a little bit. And now, for the royalty free, I can now no longer find it anymore. So looks like this royalty thing is actually now mine. Yeah. I don't know what happened to it. It just left or something. All right. Okay. That's a bit of an update. If you like my work that I do, the links will be below. On YouTube, beyond below. On D Live, it will be also below as well. All you gotta do is go to the About, and you'll see all the stuff that's there. Yeah, and if you like, and for the YouTube, you can subscribe and click that bell so that you won't miss the thing that I put on. Okay, now here's some good news. Okay, the book, the manuscript. Last week, I gave it to, see what they call it, an editor's world. I searched through it for like freelancers, and the one I found was called Consistent is Key. And the person that's doing the editing, her name is Angela. And she's actually doing researching my book, make sure that everything's up to snuff. Apparently isn't. But she said she's the best. I took a look at it. That was like 2 weeks ago. Last week she brought back the manuscript. What she's done so far on it already. So I looked at it and it looks good. I found just 2 slight errors. One was like she was like pop-eyed, and I think she spelled it wrong. So I informed her about that one. And at the very end of the book, for like the thank you section and all, I had something called like Anderson and Associates there, that they were supposed to help out with the book. Wrong. That didn't happen. They are asking way too much money. Way too much. We're talking $20,000. That's like almost a price for a new minivan or a car. No, that's not going to happen with me. I ain't going to have that. I don't have that kind of money. But this one, they would do it for like $900. It was like, I think it's like 0.018 cents per a word. So I had her at that point where I wanted her to put her name in place of Andrew Atkinson and Associates. I wanted her to replace that with her name and her organization type thing, her business name, logo, whatever. So, well, that's good. That's good news. Today is Sunday, 9:09. I will actually be hoping hearing from her tomorrow, and I'll be getting some information for what she's going to be putting on it. What other stuff that she put on, and all that razzmatazz. The haul of the Firebird is doing very well. I already put up the stuff on the making of it last week. It should be up, and you should be able to see it. So right now, I'm at a standstill. I was trying to make one of the boards where the runway is, the one in the back of the ship, the stern, where it has the running lights going through. I was making the second part on my bandsaw, and the blade broke. And so I took that out. I had a new one. Well, an old one. My brother-in-law had it. And he used it and on about, I don't know what was going on. He was using it for something, but he said it wasn't cutting well. Well, apparently you're not supposed to force it in really tight because then nonsense will happen and occur. Like it will break, or the blade will actually bend and then it will curve on you, and then when you're trying to cut, it will make an unusual turn that you don't want it to turn. When I put that in, that's exactly what happened. So I ordered a new one from Home Depot. No big deal, it'll be here. I ordered a different type of blade. This is not really big teeth. I ordered one that would cut the metal, which is good because you can cut wood with it, and the cut will be a little bit more smoother, even though it's meant for metal. If it's meant for metal, you can actually cut wood with it, so that's a good thing. Okay, now I want to know is, okay, let's see, I'm moving on here. Okay, bad news. I've been on Patreon for 5 years. I haven't got one single Patreon. Some people just started it and they get like 10 or 15 within in a few days. I had mine for 5 years. Not one. Not a single one. Am I doing something wrong? Am I not announcing it the way I should be, or what? But I'm getting nobody on Patreon. Nobody signing up or anything. I do have, like I said, there was something for $50, like for a watch, and it had the logo. Matter of fact, it has this logo on it. You know. Can you see what I did wrong? I just spotted it. You see it too? I bet you do too. And I'll just cut out the... I'll just... left and right. This thing right here, I'll probably go to my logo thing decal. Cut this out. A copy of it, of course, not that one. And put it on here. Can't believe I just spotted that. Oh my god. Alright. That's an easy fix. That's not a problem. That's an easy fix. So... the Patreon is a disaster for me. Patreon is getting lawsuited. But they're still going to be around out here. Apparently, I wonder if they're getting sued due to the fact that they're having the same problems I have. For 5 years, I've got nobody. What is going on? On Patreon, like I said, about the watch and everything, with the logo I just showed you, yeah, this is $50. I have to pay for that watch. They bring it to you. That's why you have to shell out $50 for it. But that's only just for that watch if you want it. If you want to support me, you can just donate $1. Don't worry about anything else. I believe you can do that. Um, so that's my beef about it. I think that's all for now, wise. And like I said, if you like my work and everything, subscribe on DLive. No, subscribe on YouTube and click that bell, and you'll be able to get some more stuff coming from me. So yeah, Patreon is a disaster. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm getting nobody. I even complained to Patreon themselves, and they just send me stuff over, and I'm like, I'm already doing the stuff that they're telling me to do. Well, I haven't put a video on Patreon. Could that be it? Well, I guess so. I can probably remedy that. But right now, I'm getting nobody. It's a disaster. All I can say is that if nothing's going to happen, I'm just going to have to close down my Patreon because I'm getting nobody. Nothing. I don't know. I mean, like, they're not interested in what I'm doing and everything. I mean, like, there's other people that have Patreon doing about books and everything. I'm doing a book. I'm doing the same thing. I've got nobody. I'm doing models. You can support me on with the model situation. But nobody's going on to me on that. I mean, like, if you go on Patreon, I subscribe below and everything, look through it and tell me what you think. Guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm not getting anybody. This is ridiculous. I'm getting disgusted with that. And I'm like, it's okay. If you come back and say, yeah, everything's fine and everything, you're good to go. But I'm not getting anybody. It's really disgusting. Disgusted. Alright. That's an update for everything. Bye bye for now.